Hey, what are you doing?
I'm sitting here with you. What are you doing?
Sitting here with you.
Aren't we cute?
We're so cute. We got something in the mail from Brinkley. I get to open it? Of course.
Take me to the place where I come from. The only place where I really belong. Take me 'cause this voyage seems so long.
And we have the, scissors that are hard to use. That's why I get to open it.
Yes.
Okay. So it says, welcome to the family.
So before we open it, what is this?
This is the welcome package from Brinkley.
This is the welcome package from Brinkley. So everyone gets one of these after picking up their Brinkley.
Right. Once their warranty is registered, or once your dealer registers you with Brinkley that you've purchased it, then you should be getting a box from Brinkley.
Cool. Well, let's see what's in it.
Let's see what's in it. So here we go. Ooh. We have a letter to Matthew.
Oh.
To both of us, but to Matthew. From Brinkley with a gift certificate to the gear store.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
More sweaters.
He doesn't know what. I know what's going to be in the box. He has no idea. But still, personalized letter signed by, form letter signed by the people. And then we have a new blankie.
Neat.
We have like a fleece picnic blanket with a little carrier.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's a good idea, right?
Yep.
And then, because everyone needs a key holder, we have a Brinkley key holder.
Yes. And a couple of hats.
Because we're not branded enough by Brinkley.
Well, that's cool. That's really nice.
I have been waiting for my Brinkley hat.
You have been.
Now he knows why I wouldn't let him buy a hat while we were at Brinkley.
So it's been what, 3 weeks?
So this is actually the beginning of week 4.
This is beginning of week 4. So it's been, we're 4 weeks. We've moved out of the house. We're living in here full time. And the other day, I looked at you and said, this is starting to feel really normal.
This is home.
This is home. So.
It is. So, which is great. So, yeah. And we've had some positive showings of the house. We're still waiting for the person to come and buy it, please. That would be great.
Yes. So that we can go.
So we can just be done with that chapter.
Right. We can move on.
We can move on.
So do you want to do an update on Alaska?
Oh, Alaska. Yeah. I'm worried about Alaska right now because of Mount Spurr.
So why don't you tell the folks
why Mount Spurr makes me nervous?
Yeah.
Okay, so
what's going on? I mean, you being the
daughter of the meteorologist.
Right, the meteorologist geek.
Wow, it's because I'm the daughter of the meteorologist. So Mount Spurr, which is a volcano, it's about 75 miles west, I think, of Anchorage. It looks like it's going to erupt this summer. And they're doing all kinds of warnings for the people in Anchorage to make sure they have like N95 masks and they have ways to wipe their dogs off if they take them outside, and ways to tape their windows shut and stuff. And the last time that it erupted was 1992, and it put about, I want to say it was 8 inches of ash over Anchorage.
Okay.
And they're expecting it to be that bad or worse, which is making me nervous. Because the volcano eruption is going to be bad, but the side effect of a volcano eruption is earthquakes. And my family went through the aftershocks of the great earthquake in the late 60s, early 70s, and I'm a little leery about going up there if we're going to be having earthquakes.
Okay.
What about you?
I spent a couple of years in Japan. Earthquakes are a little more normal for me, but not in a rig like this, right? In an earthquake house, yada yada yada. So I won't. The earthquake worries me, right? To me, the ash and the smoke with you and your dad and your sister and the asthma problems, that really worries me, right? So you said something the other day that this was all tied into the Ring of Fire.
Right. This is the volcanoes that are in Alaska are part of the Ring of Fire, and the Ring of Fire is active right now. So,
because of Malaysia and Singapore?
Well, Singapore and Malaysia have both had eruptions. They're seeing more eruptions in Hawaii right now. The earthquake that happened in San Diego today. Right. So they're all on the ring, and it's just a concern that, you know, if that whole seismic area is being active at the moment, that the eruption could be worse than it would be if it was just one volcano that was active.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a concern.
So if the volcano were to go off in the next couple of weeks, that would release the pressure.
That would release the pressure, and be it safe or not safe, I would probably say let's go.
Okay.
It's more not knowing how big the explosion is going to be.
Okay.
Because you have to think, it could be an eruption like Kilauea, or like Kilauea in Hawaii, that has been erupting pretty much since 1982.
Right.
Mostly just steady lava flow.
Right.
Although right now it is shooting lava up into the air. A lot of times it's just lava being, flowing down the side of the mountain and into the water. And while it's devastating and it's dramatic, it's not as bad as like Mount St. Helens that blew the top off the mountain.
Right.
Right? So I think that's my concern right now, is with the deflection that's happening in the caldera for Spurr. They are thinking that it is going to send lava, rocks, ash way up into the air.
Okay.
And I don't know. So I've been talking to my dad about it, and I'm not going to say he's not concerned, because he's where I'm getting my information from. It's more that, he's like, something bad is always going to happen. It's all how you deal with things, which I do agree. I do agree with. I don't want to not live my life just because something bad could happen. But then there's also the side that if you think something really dramatic is going to happen, why would you want to be involved in it? Right?
Well, and the people who live there are going to have enough care and feeding of themselves problems if there were to be a major problem. They don't need a tourist adding to their care.
They don't need a 45-foot RV traveling down the city taking pictures?
Right. So, okay, so if we decide, we have a couple of weeks, it's still middle August, we were looking at mid-May, still middle April, we're looking at mid-May.
Yeah, we have about 4 weeks.
We have about 4 weeks, so we're going to start prepping to go somewhere.
Yeah.
If we end up heading that direction, and by the time we get to where we want to be in North Dakota or wherever we were going to cross into Canada, it's not feasible, what are our backup plans? Or what are our backup possibilities?
Touring around North Dakota, South Dakota,
Good.
Minnesota, Montana. Right?
I wonder how many different tours we can take of Titan missile museums.
It depends on how incredibly bored you want me to be. You and my dad would have a great time. My sister and I would probably say one.
One.
If you were lucky.
So, okay, so we're proceeding down that path, right?
Yeah.
We have
we're not saying we're not going to go to Alaska this year. We're saying we have a made for planned trip.
Right.
Now we could go up into Canada still.
We could. We might go as far as the start of the Alcan.
That's a long way to go if you're not going to go all the way, because the start of the Alcan would be on the other side of Edmonton.
Yeah. What else do we have to do?
Work.
But at that point,
Still working.
But at that point, we could take it slow, and we're not trying to get as far, right? So we could spend a couple more days at campsites and not be moving as much.
Right.
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 So
or
maybe
we could
enjoy Canada.
decide we're going to do ice fields or something and,
Right.
and go up the Ice Fields Parkway in Canada instead of going
Right.
through, because we had thought about just going through the central part of Canada, which is kind of like driving through the central part of the U.S. It's not as exciting as ice fields, it's very flat. It's
Yeah.
prairies,
Okay.
just like the center part of the U.S. is. So, yeah, it just depends. Like, I'm not anti going to Canada by any means.
Right.
There are places I don't want to go in this world. Canada's not one of them. Canada's somewhere I'd like to go. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So we're moving in mid-May, and we're going to be going someplace. We don't know where, we don't know what, but most people who go to Alaska do it with really detailed plans and the mile marker book all marked up and reservations. And most people also buy their RV and don't drive it 1,200 miles the first time they pick it up. So why would we be any different? Why would we do it normally?
Well, this is going to be an adventure, and somebody asked me if I'd made any reservations in Alaska yet, and I'm like, no. Like, if it's supposed to work out, it's going to work out, and there's going to be places for us to go, and if it's
Right.
not supposed to work out, it's not going to work out, and I'm just not going to stress out about that.
Cool.
I have other things I can stress out about.
Yeah. Selling the house.
Selling the house.
Okay.
That I could stress out about, but I'm not gonna. Once again, that'll happen if it's supposed to happen. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's it for this update, I think. Thanks for watching. To stay attuned to our plans of Alaska or not,
Subscribe to the channel.
hit the
Hit
like
the
button.
notification buttons. Hit the like button. Like, comment. Do you think we're nuts?
Right. Hey, how about this? If we end up not going to Alaska, where should we go instead this summer if we're going to be up in that neck of the woods? Where would you go if at the last second you decided not to go to Alaska? Where peel off?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't really want to go to Florida. It's too hot.
Yeah. But you're up in that neck of the woods and you decide not to go to Alaska at the last second. Where should we go? Thanks for watching. See you next time.